Hello and welcome back to another episode of
Real English
with
Real Teachers.
real teachers.
Given that during the lockdown we couldn't go out on the streets and interview people to get you some commonly used phrases, I was wondering, what can I do to keep delivering the real English that you guys are just crying out for? And it wasn't until one evening when I was sat down watching some telly that I found a brilliant, absolutely brilliant way for you to be exposed to real English that is used between friends and families that you won't find in your textbooks, but you will hear if you visit the UK. And we've been getting comments from you guys saying that you study so much English and still, when you get to London or really any other part of the UK or English-speaking country, you still struggle to understand what people are actually saying. And my thought on this is that you're probably listening to online teachers or professional broadcasters who naturally have an audible accent, but also focus on making all the sounds they are making crystal clear. And yeah, some teachers like myself also slow down their pace a little bit to help you understand even more. Now, films and TV series are really good, but often it's scripted dialogue, and that always changes the language. And if it's not scripted, then they are still most likely acting or behaving slightly unnaturally because, you know, as soon as we know the cameras are rolling, then we all change and we try to present ourselves in the best way possible. So what did I stumble across, you may ask? Well, it's a program called Gogglebox, and it's a reality TV show, and they've gone around the whole of the UK installing a camera and microphone above the television set of a collection of various normal families from all socio-economic backgrounds, and the concept is really simple. It's to be entertained by their reactions to popular films and TV shows that the UK is watching. And what's amazing for you guys is that they are talking to each other in a much more relaxed, natural setting. They are in their homes with their loved ones and just commenting on what's on the box in front of them. So really relaxed. Now you could just stop this video and start watching episode 1 of Gogglebox. There are quite a few series to catch up on, which is really good. But knowing my students, they wouldn't actually understand half of what is being said. So my job in this video is to give you clips of Gogglebox and then explain the language and accents for you to better understand the British people of today. So let's get into it, shall we?
On Monday night, BBC One brought us a special edition of this.
All right, so straight away, you might notice the narrator doesn't actually have received pronunciation or isn't speaking the Queen's English. And this is because the majority of British people don't speak like the Queen. I know, you can't believe it, it's correct though. So to relate to the audience, a lot of the time TV channels are choosing more London or northern accents for narration purposes. The news is still quite often presented by somebody with a neutral southern accent, which I identify with, and it's a lot closer to Queen's, but it's less posh. And another thing about this narration is that the speaker is male and sounds quite camp, which again is interesting because 20 years ago this would have been very unlikely. But nowadays the UK is incredibly comfortable with campness or the LGBT community, and so you'll find quite a few gay TV show hosts such as Graham Norton or Alan Carr, who are indeed very camp, and most of the UK population find this camp humour or camp ness, entertaining.
That's been on 35 years.
Is it me or is it a little bit darker than normal?
Definitely.
It is dark, yeah.
Oh no, I hate
Oh,
whistling.
sorry, it's that whistle at the end. I'm proud of being able to do that.
That's it! Anchors away!
In the dramatic episode, the cast were on a boat having a party hosted by the landlady of the Queen Vic.
So,
Oh, look at Linda.
here we all are, celebrating our fabulous pub, the Queen Victoria!
Oh, look, I feel sorry for
Is
her.
she an alcoholic?
Yeah.
We won Pub of the Year!
It weren't long ago they had a shooting in the pub. You wouldn't think they'd win Pub of the Year, would you?
Yeah, at the East End of London, apparently, if you keep it down to less than 3 murders a year, you've got it in the running.
Understand
Little
that?
did I
So if you meet anyone from Manchester, you'll have an extra listening challenge as they speak a lot faster and generally enunciate the syllables less so than the neutral southern accent. So let's go back and listen to that family again. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I'd like to tell you that this video is brought to you by italki, a website that helps you learn languages in the most efficient way. We share the opinion that speaking with an actual human is the best way to learn and improve your conversational skills. You can find teachers like myself and Harry on that website that will customize lessons to cater for your own learning needs and interests. And all of this is really affordable, especially if you compare it to what is currently out there for you. Offline tutors or face-to-face tutors are on average 30% more expensive than online tutors through italki. italki lessons are quite literally a fraction of the cost of academy or language schools that can cost thousands of dollars and with far less flexibility. And then you've got your softwares like Rosetta Stone, which is actually quite surprisingly again more expensive. At $200 for a beginner CD, that could be the equivalent of almost 20 lessons on italki. So if you want to learn in the most natural, effective and enjoyable way, then we've got a $10 discount for you after your first lesson purchase. So click that link in the description box and hey, I'd be honoured to be your first italki tutor. So thanks italki for giving us the chance to give you free English video content. Let's get back to where we were in the video. So let's go back and listen to that family again.
It weren't long ago they had a shooting in the pub. You wouldn't think they'd win Pub of the Year, would you?
All right, one of the sons said it weren't long ago rather than it wasn't long ago. And then the tag question, would you, is always contracted to would ya, or would ya, would ya, would ya. Now for the real listening test, let's listen back to the father.
Yeah, at the East End of London, apparently, if you keep it down to less than 3 murders a year, you've got it in the running.
Tricky. One more time.
At the East End of London, apparently, if you keep it down to less than 3 murders a year, you've got it in the running.
So he said, at the East End of London, apparently, if you keep it down to less than 3 murders a year, you've got it in the running. The most idiomatic part of that sentence is in the running, which means you could win an award or competition. And the opposite also exists, which is out of the running, which means no longer able to win the award. For example, the England football team seems to always be out of the running for the World Cup far too quickly. Boo-hoo.
I know that my husband would end up swapping me for that slapper over there.
Oh, Whitney.
Yeah, you got to point more specifically. There's a lot of slappers within this.
You're having an affair.
Oh, that's not true, Linda. That's not true.
It
That's
is.
not
No, it had a bit
true,
of a snog,
Linda.
I think.
She's got the wrong end of the stick.
You do with your piss, didn't you? Oh, it's the bad party.
All right, quite a few expressions for you. A slapper. Now, a slapper is a very sexually attractive woman. Active. Active woman. Jesus, I'll get in trouble for that. Yeah, a very sexually active woman. And a synonym might be a slut or a slag. It's a negative. You don't really want to be called these things. And then the next phrase, she's got the wrong end of the stick, means to not understand a situation correctly. And then pissed means drunk.
You don't know what you're talking
Go on then,
about.
deny it.
You're drunk. You're drunk. You think she's the reason why we split up?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I did.
You're the reason, Linda. You're the reason.
She's the reason.
Will you let me fucking listen?
Well, he is.
You're the reason. You're an unfit mother.
Oh,
It's all going off now.
Oh, she is, though. The bed nearly fell off the roof.
This is what's called washing your dirty linen in public.
Which means discussing private matters in public. And as you can imagine, it's a negative. It's a disapproving idiom. And then I actually nearly missed the one before that, which was...
Oh, she is, though. The bed nearly fell off the roof.
She is, though. The babe nearly fell off the roof. To fall off the roof means for a woman to be on her period. This is a euphemism I didn't actually know before, but I think she is suggesting that because she's extra hormonal, she's behaving in a dramatic way, perhaps.
Hey,
Oh, here we go. What's she going for?
Oh, for the buffet. Food, I'm like that.
Yeah, I am when I've had a drink. I stuff my face, don't I? Do you remember when I ate them chips
she?
off the floor? I was that hungry.
Oh, come on.
What's she looking for?
Some class.
She's looking for some cooking sherry, I think. There she is, look! I told you, didn't I?
Oh, that's not a wise thing to do, is it?
Linda, you'd be better off staying in the bar if you wanted to drink, wouldn't you?
No, she's gonna fall. You can see it coming.
Coming. You see it coming?
Oh, 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 oh. You can get
The
it.
knife.
Go on.
There's going to be a knife. A knife.
Could have put it any further back.
Oh, I know.
Oh, what's that? What the hell?
What the hell?
Oh!
We've hit an iceberg.
Oh, so
Oh, her leg's cold.
Oh, God.
What is going on? Are we all on the River Thames, aren't we?
The bottle there on the head. Rough justice. Like, you wanted that bottle.
It's the things that you love the most that hurt you the most.
Well, wasn't that dramatic, Kay? Oh, gosh, what a palaver. A lot of exclamations there, but before we heard buffet, which most of you Latin-based language speakers probably know. It means a spread of food, of multiple dishes, and you'll often find that a hotel, a good hotel, will do a breakfast buffet. Actually, an average hotel, maybe a really good hotel would do tailor-made menus, normal menus. But yeah, a breakfast buffet. Then Jenny from Hull said, I stuff my face when I'm drunk, which means she eats a lot of food when she has a few too many drinks. Or as we heard earlier, when she's pissed. She then unnecessarily admitted to the fact that she ate chips off the floor. But there is a phrase in that, so you can apply the phrase to eat something off of something or out of something. For example, the bird ate the seeds out of her hand. Or the bachelor ate the strawberry off a slapper's bottom. Oh, naughty. That was a good example of camp. That's why I was going that high. Good example of campness. She also said cooking sherry, which is strong alcohol that chefs use in the kitchen. And then we had the incoherent but pretty funny dad from Manchester saying the bottle hit her on the head. Rough justice. Rough justice. Rough justice meaning really bad luck, really bad luck. And then a nice quip from the girl at the end,
It's the things that you love the most that hurt you the most.
which is quite self-explanatory.
To the life rafts immediately. Please make your way onto the top deck. Member of staff will be on hand to help.
He's looking for Linda. Go on, look for her. She's stuck in the kitchen.
Go find her. Oh, she's got more than red wine now.
No, not that quick, surely.
Oh my God, it's the Titanic.
Linda! Where would Linda have gone? The kitchen.
Where's the drink?
And she can't get out, Pal. She's trapped.
Just go like that.
Oh, here he is. He'll save her life.
Listen, you got to pull your foot out, yeah?
Chop it off. Just chop it
It
off.
stuck my ass.
Cut it off.
That's the only way.
It's stuck my arm.
Oh, look at that. Where's the wall coming in?
Where's that come from?
God, that was quick, wasn't it?
Oh, Mick's cold.
This is just crazy. He looks like he's hyperferminating.
Oh, don't let go.
Well, she should be able to float.
How can you tread water with one leg? You can't.
That.
I'm trapped down here.
That's it, Mick. Give her your jacket. That'll warm her up.
Oh.
You have to go. You have to go.
Mick's the sort of guy that won't leave his wife to drown. They'll drown together.
Jane.
No.
This boat goes down. I'm going down with you.
Told ya.
There we go. All right.
What a load of shite.
Well, are they dead or what? Glug, 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 glug.
Dad would have left you there.
Dad wouldn't.
I'm joking.
Dad would have said he's going to do it on 3 and then...
Done it on 2.
Yes, that was
Dad's favourite.
the classic.
All right, so there we have the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the usage of Gogglebox. I will probably be doing quite a few more of these because it's such a good resource. You get to experience what natives are saying in the comfort of their own home. So let me know what you thought of that, if you found it useful or not, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, of course, and I'll see you in the next video. I think some people do this, yes. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram to get more day-to-day posts and stories helping you learn English in more dynamic and interactive ways.